Hello. Ilmeg is the fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is home to the Fae folk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I am sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Ooh. Let's just get that stuff. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. For what I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Lida Luran. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Ready then. Oh god, look at this place. Oh my god, look at that. Fancy shit. Everlasting light. Those right here. It's just this bright the entire time. Is that Phoenix? Oh, there's an ether right here. And I can actually attune to it. This one is big, don't worry, the fog clears up, and then it's the prettiest zone of the expansion. Ooh, really? Well, here we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun. In which case, Ceres, there's a variety of plants native to these parts with a distinctive furrowed tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all this later, but first, I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstance should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. Right then. I get it, looking grass, looking glass, haha. Ever. Oh, visitor, where are you from, pray tell? Perhaps this one's hard of hearing. What brings you here? Ah, stone deaf, how boring. Still, picking plants out of village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. And who are we to turn you away? Hehe, stay a while, stay forever. Body begins to feel heavy. Ow! Why? Ow! Ow! I take you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. And I assume from your presence that you managed to find some looking grass. I did indeed. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixie's veil of invisibility. And seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Orianji's little trick to good use.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
Oh god.
Oh, we are found! How did this
mortal know our trick.
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look, twins! How adorable!
Oh!
Play with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in Elmeg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Damn, they're so fucking crazy.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we?
Should we?
Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition: that you first lend us a helping hand, or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger. Pixie's honor.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Hey, I'll be doing some pixie quests. Gotta. Iridescent action of aiming. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. Oh, that was way a lot more. I was looking at the other quests. There's 3. Ooh, look at me. I have a task for you. Little Land is our beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flower bloom lovelier than Everblooms. Here are some Everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Wow. I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit. A little fruit will set me right. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet, succulent burdens. Yeah. First I gotta go over here. Up us. I can't even see where I'm supposed to go. The Everbloom seeds I'm gonna put. What those girl flowers are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Verbert, or Burvert, some such. But the sin eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then we pixies have been living here, and we've given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? Yeah. Quite lovely. Up there. Is the last place, I think. Ooh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them. Yeah, you do what you gotta do. Oh, my legs. Mortal, mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leaf men you see standing about our village. Adorable, aren't they? Now, you'll need to go to Long Mirror Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned, the Fuath make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. I'll come back once I've done all this. Wah. For the bell tree, fruit. Is that fruit? This is where the fairy beast tribe daily quests are. So you see people here. Ah. Like how much the electric guitar is in the music for this expansion. Plays a lot more than it was previously. Oh god, I almost walked into that. What are you? Oh. Wow. Oh god. Ugh. Let my health stay up a little bit, or get up a little bit. The whole 340. Well. Who the heck are these guys? Got it all? Yeah. No, I didn't. Oh, the water's here. I couldn't see it. Jesus Christ, is it that clear? Or is it because of the light? Damn, I couldn't see it. Oh, good water to leave in. Oh, damn. You literally couldn't see the water. You're done sowing the seeds? Thank you. This shall help Lida Leran live up to its name, which means flower house, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow faithfolk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home, and it could be yours too, forever and ever and ever. I'm not so sure I want it to be forever. You have the motorcycle mount? I don't. No, I don't have it. So hungry to get the fruit. Well, thank you ever so much. You saved me, hee. Yes, saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down, hee. Higher base speed? Oh. You've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things? Hate them. City eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. Yeah, I don't have it. I got the Chocobo, Black Chocobo, Magic Tick Armor, Yola Polar Bear Man, Mana Cutter, and Midgard Swordba. Bird. Leafman, huh? There's a Leafman all the way the fuck over here, goddamn. I watered the plants. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. Never too late, of course. Wait, what? I think these are people. $3.79. Look at that. Hey, thank you. Wow. How goes it, Sarah's? Well, I helped them. So a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same, a little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Orion J once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. Your whisper? Alright. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composes the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. Pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However, the pixies may have come into being. If we have them to judge, we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. And we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Maybe, I don't know, fail, ooh. Oh wait, yeah, the one. What, you knew a pixie from before? Yeah. Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact? I might have mentioned this sooner. I didn't know it was important. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay then, summon this fail Ul in, please. How do I go about doing that? But chat mode and say use your keyboard or software keyboard to enter fail ul to summon your pixie friend. Consider your idea with a fervent call. A sodden log could do it with more fire. Oh my god, this bitch. Oh my god, just fucking copy all that? Oh my god. You know where to copy it? Oh, loveliest. Yeah, apparently. Just make me your bitch. Come on now, dog. Please grant me your sucker. I don't think I want this bitch to suck. Jesus Christ, finally.
You're late! Late! I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing she is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Oh my god.
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
What does that mean?
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Ellerslie was about to kill her brother. Goddamn.
Well. If it isn't fail the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, ever!
I guess I'm spoken for, apparently.
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them. No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of her bag all over your precious village.
Wait, what's in my bag? Wait, my stuff?
There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
Airing out my dirty laundry, literally.
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It was nice knowing you both.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
I can finally see. Oh my god.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Alright, stop yelling at me, please. So tiny, but so scary. For Alphino and Alice's sake, let us be quick. It'd be a shame to return only to find that they have been made to play one game too many. The place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. Yeah, sounds like a place will be. If we follow the path north, we should find the place. Hold on. I mean, it could be this sucker 9000. Wouldn't doubt it either. Yeah, look at all these rainbows. So much color in this place. I like to see more than half a foot in front of me. This place looks even better once I can actually fly and see it from above. Big old wings on there. Then you have the rock music when I get fucking jamming out in a field of meadows. Those are big ass butterflies. I just realized these are fucking hobbit holes. Well, close enough at least. I don't have my bird with me anymore. Bird, come hither. Oh, thank God. And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way.
Yeah, that's me.
The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
It's you. You shed the old cloak, I guess. They're all fancy schmancy, look at you.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
But
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Well, besides Y'shtola.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
You're gonna tell me how I die?
As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful Ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed, for spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
No.
were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee. An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th Umbral Calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery.
What's that?
That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come.
How'd you find that out in this world?
Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
Elements? Where are the elements?
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active; umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness.
Oh.
At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land.
Oh, so that's what was the sign that the first was merging with the source, is the thinning of ether.
And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
We would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity.
So the light would already thin the ether, and the Black Rose would just destroy it altogether. What little ether there is.
At least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leagia, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake.
Oh, the one with the big old wings on it?
To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Yeah, I don't want to die. That'll be kind of bad. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you lose weight? Did you take up astrology? Indeed, though the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, we are to enter Leagia We must needs gain the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. We shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Ceres, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vile kid known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Right? Don't worry, Shakespeare, I'll be back. Gotta really focus when I read that fucker's text. My brain ain't too used to speaking like that. Oh god. Capture you. I brought it, Urianger. The art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? That I did. Ah, a truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make faster, vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile. But yeah, sorry I got off early yesterday. My internet was taking a shit.
It is done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts.
I was basically going down to 0 bitrate.
Ah, lest I forget.
Forget what? Ooh.
White auracite, newly forged for thy use. Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary. Our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
So tiny.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you. I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me, which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Yeah, Thancred, you old man. That coat looks cool.
Hast thou spoken to her of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armarang, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. It was there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
God damn, the echo hurt working even here. It'll give me a headache. I didn't admit it not do that.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
That's how that worked.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
Well then. That's how she worked. How the rebirth worked.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end? Seems like Question he can't answer yet.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
I wonder how this will all end up going down. Really keep wanting to fight? Oh, the wrong person. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. He has scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's fate custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. Ooh, grilled rail. Oh, baby. My favorite, I think. So, what is it you desire? Rusty old coins you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry to Liagia. What a strange thing to wish for. Might as well ask for your death. But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Urianger. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we miss? So, this was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about this Light Warden? Aye, my lady, but circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see. Fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now their king only in name, not remains of the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4 and wove each into a different relic, to be kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you. Thank you. Are you sure? Of course, custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way we get to watch what happens. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with the Fuoth. The stone scepter is with the Dumo. And the crystal shoes are with the Amaro. Good luck finding them all. The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us heed to the lake, there to claim the shell crown from the Fuoth. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. Exactly sure how the gate works. But if the Fuath are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thinker swims like an eel, but what about you, Minphilios? I'm second. I can swim well enough. Thinker taught me. Excellent. What about you, Urianger? I'm not sure I ever asked. Can he not swim? Rather than swim, mayhap it will be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. Okay, you can't swim. You too, Urianger? That you would soon that you should be a kindred spirit. We're not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks, and I shall be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. Well, aren't we a lively lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty for mortals? What a treat. I and my comrades and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh, is that all? Of course, you may have it. You shall have it. That it? Just like that? What do you want from us? Oh, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us at all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us. For we Fuath, it's over before it's begun. We couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, or the world for that matter. Having said that, we do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Oh, but touch the untouchable gate and come hither to our domain. Don Meg. In your tongue, it means forbidden realm. Sound forbidding, yes? And so it should, for we are one with the water. Our home rot of ripples and waves and current. Find a way through, give us thrilling sport, and we will give you the crown. Oh, okay then. Can I go through this with the trust? I can. I can take Minphilia. Oh yeah. He's a. What is that, rogue or ninja? He's gunbreaker. Astrologian. I think I'll take a.
Let's give it our all.
Yeah, I'll do that.